Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today we are doing a transformation on my client who has actually never worn her hair out in almost 20 years. Yes, she came to me after deciding that it was time to comb out her locks because they were really just working against her and creating a much larger bald spot, which actually comes with locks over time. And as you mature in age, they get heavier and heavier. And situations like this can typically happen. It's not everybody, but some people are different. So it took her a little bit of time to go, and she actually combed it out herself. It took her about 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, and she finally made it for her appointment. So she wanted to keep the length of her hair. She had never seen her hair this length because her hair was in dreadlocks or dreads for a very long time, over almost a decade, if not 2 decades. So when she saw the length of her hair, she immediately said, you know what, I don't want a haircut. I want to keep my length. So we did a texturizer, and then we are going to start the process of getting her prepared for this alopecia weave. Now, the weaving service, let me kind of give you guys a little bit of backstory. She does perspire a lot, so this is kind of a trial and error situation because this is my first time doing her hair. We want to basically test out the theory and just see what works for her and what doesn't. And that's another part of my job where, of course, I can't give you definite answers, but I'm going to do my best to give you what you want. And then we are going to see what works, what doesn't, and we improvise as we go along. That is the job of a stylist who has lifetime value for a client. Okay? All right. So I did not braid her hair like really tight. I just wanted to kind of pull it back a little bit just so that I have a really flat foundation. And keep in mind, you guys, that with any of my alopecia weaves, my goal is always to protect the integrity of my client's hair. So this is the first layer of protection. Normally, I would put the papers on her head, but because I know she perspires a lot, I am actually going to improvise and change the method slightly to make it work for her, which is another thing that I do for all of my clients. It really just depends on the needs of my client that will determine how I'm going to protect their hair and what method I decide to use. So after I put on the first layer, she goes under the dryer and she will dry. It took her roughly about 30 minutes to dry because this gel is very thick. And then when she came from under the dryer, I put on the silicone protectant, and then we started out the process. Now, she has the silicone protectant on already, and then this is an adhesive that is going on top of the 2 layers of protectant. So this is not going on raw hair or scalp, you guys. This is going on top of the silicone protectant that is on top of the gel base, okay? So she already has 2 layers, and then I'm going to apply a third layer of protection, but this layer is not really more for protection. This is more for longevity because I know she perspires, and if the hair is touching her hair, it's going to cause her to perspire even more. So I use a net for this portion. You guys don't really get to see that part, but I am putting a net on top of this area to help with the perspiration and to kind of give her longevity with her style. Now, to get her prepared, I did go ahead and silk out the rest of her hair, and her hair was a good length, you guys. Now, all of this length is not length that she's going to keep because she does have to get it trimmed or cut in some areas, but this is going to give us an idea of how long the extensions need to be. Now, she came in with a 10-inch, but honestly, 10-inch was too short for her even after her trim and haircut. So going forward, she'll be using more than likely a 12 or 14-inch hair, and that'll give her a little more volume at the base or at the end. But it worked out fine, you guys. This is just for informational purposes. That's another reason why I decided to share that information. Now I'm going ahead and applying the extensions. She already has that extra layer on there. And then I just sped up the video for this part. Now, the laying of the extensions for her, because I know she perspires a lot, I did not want to put too much hair in the bang area. So I did kind of improvise in regards to the method of how I laid the tracks for this to work for her, where she did not have a lot of hair in her face. Now, keep in mind, you guys, when you're a stylist, you have to make sure that you are working with your client and not against your client. While you want to give your client this also amazing style because that's how you like it, keep in mind your client has to wear this style and you want them to be comfortable wearing this style, especially for a person like herself who has never worn her hair out or down outside of dreadlocks in almost 2 decades. So why give something that they're going to absolutely hate or just feel uncomfortable in? So that's another reason why I wanted to make the bangs nice and I wanted them full, but I didn't want them too full. And I wanted to give her body place to perspire whenever necessary so that she won't have a situation where it decreases the life of the extension service. Typically, this service lasts anywhere between 3 and 4 weeks. But for her, we're going to see how far she can go after about 2 weeks, and then we'll know what her time frame is typically going to be. Okay. Now, from this point, all we're going to do is spray on a little bit of our goddess polish. The goddess polish actually does release April the 1st as well. So you guys will be able to get the goddess polish and the Elite Masket Fibers come April 1st, 2022. And then, of course, we have some other products that will be coming out later on in the coming months. Also, if you guys are new to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also thumbs up this live and share it with your family and friends. And for those of you that have been asking, yes, I am accepting new clients. My book is kind of open more now, so I can accept new clients. And then on top of that, for those asking, am I traveling? No, I won't be doing any form of travel right now for hair, but you guys are welcome to come and see me. I'm located in Orlando/Apopka, Florida. Okay. So now what I'm doing is just going through and just bumping her hair. I'm using the Sebastian shaper just to kind of help seal the ends, but it's not going to make the hair hard or anything like that. It's just really just for sleekness and just to make the hair nice and smooth. And then she'll be able to comb through it at night. So let's talk a little bit about our conversation during the consult. So she really wanted something that did not require her to do anything. And I had to kind of tell her that no matter which style we did, it's going to require that she does something as long as her hair is at the length that it is, which is not a bad thing. But of course, I understood what she wanted. But as their stylist, my job is to make sure that you are fully informed and know which direction you're going. So we consulted for about 15 minutes to make sure that, we knew which direction we wanted to go with this. And as I said, this is her first time, so we're going to see how this works out for her in regards to style and also lifespan of the style. And then we will improvise or make changes at her next appointment and future appointments. It doesn't just mean this is going to be it for the rest of the time that she gets her hair done, but this is going to tell us what she may and may not need going forward. Okay. I also wanted to give you guys a little bit more detail for those of you that are stylists or located in the continental U.S. or even in other countries. We are beginning our program of Elite Authorized Stylists. So I know there's a lot of clients that are looking for stylists who can do the kinds of things that I do as a stylist here, and they are not able to travel to me. And I'm fully supportive of spreading the wealth, but I want to make sure that I spread the wealth to stylists that can basically offer services in the nature of how I offer my service. So we are creating a program called Elite Authorized Stylist, where basically you do a training course with me. The training course will be done once every month to 2 months. And once you complete that training course, it's a couple hours of a training course, you have to already be a licensed stylist, of course. You'll be listed as an Elite Authorized Stylist on our website, where clients are able to go based on location and find a stylist in their area that offers services like we do. So our training program or our training class or certification class or whatever we're going to call it will basically be just to fine tune your skills, go over the elite way of how we do our services, and then you'll of course have access to any future trainings that we have going on, that kind of thing. So it's kind of a program that I'm just working on now. I just wanted to put the word out there, but that program will come available very soon. And of course, if you're a stylist and you're interested in becoming an Elite Authorized Stylist, just comment in the comments and say, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, I want information. Or you can email us at info@elitehaircareusa.com. Cool. All right. So I want you guys to pay attention to her bangs, of how they're full, but they're still very natural, and they allow her to have that wispiness And keep in mind, she wears glasses as well, you guys. So you want to make sure that when you are cutting your bangs, you cut your bangs based on your client's everyday wear and not just because it looks good on her face like that. So remember, she wears glasses. So that's another reason why I had her put her glasses on before I cut her bangs. So I knew exactly where the bangs would fall. Okay. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If everybody could please comment down below, tell me what you guys thought about this alopecia service or weaving service. I greatly appreciate you guys. Have an amazing day and thanks for watching. Peace.